Welcome back to the Public Counsel Giving Tuesday Facebook Live sessions. We've been having a great day today. Hope you've been learning a lot about our work and our great heroes on our staff and our pro bono volunteers and our clients. So my name is David Bubis. I'm Director of Philanthropy here at Public Counsel, and I'm pleased to welcome you back to our Facebook Live sessions. This next 20 minutes or so, we're going to be hearing from our community development team, our members of the team, I should say. And I'm pleased to welcome first Ritu Mahajan. Did I get that right?
Yeah.
Close?
Yeah.
Okay.
Good.
Who is the senior staff attorney at Early Care and Education as part of the community development unit. So we'll start with you, Ritu, and then we'll go from there. So tell us a little bit about yourself. How did you come to Public Counsel?
So I've actually been here for about 9 years. I started as a volunteer, and I just sort of wanted to help out wherever I would be useful. And then within a year of volunteering here, I was hired as a staff attorney.
Great, just boom, boom.
Yeah, and I just love working here. The mission and the work that Public Counsel does really aligns with my values, and I just love being able to help the clients and give people a voice.
Did you seek Public Counsel out from the beginning after law school?
Yes, I did.
How did you hear about Public Counsel?
It was actually, I went to law school in the Bay Area, and then I worked at a firm for a year, and when I was there as a summer associate, they had a connection with Public Counsel, so I came here to do some of the outreach that we do with the CARES program, helping people on Skid Row get access to benefits.
Great. And why community development?
I guess I just have a personal connection. My parents, growing up, used to own a small business, and I feel like small businesses and nonprofits really are like a linchpin to the community. They provide a lot of needed services, and they need a lot of support, and many of them cannot afford legal access, legal services. So I think being able to help them, and we're basically increasing their capacity to serve more people, it's really meaningful.
Wonderful. So tell us more about the Community Development Project. It's a sort of a multi-layered, complicated area of service. So let's see if you can put some meat on the bones.
Yeah, so basically our overall goal is to help build stronger and healthier communities, and a core aspect of our work is providing free legal services to nonprofits that serve low-income communities, as well as small businesses. Many of my colleagues in the CDP project are also engaged in policy work.
CDP?
CDP stands for Community Development Project.
Thank you.
So many of my colleagues are also engaged in policy work to help advance and preserve affordable housing, as well as a number of community-based campaigns to create more equitable communities for all of us.
So it's clearly a combination, direct services,
Yes.
and some policy advocacy work,
Yes.
and community organizing.
Yes.
All of the above.
Yes.
Interesting work.
Yeah, so I think all the different facets of our work kind of complement each other, and we learn from our clients, and we also feel like the best way to impact communities is to actually work with the communities, understand what they need and what they want.
So what's the underlying goal? I think you sort of touched on it a little bit,
Yeah.
but if you can expand on it.
I think it's just to support communities, to help them be the best they can be, to help them be more inclusive and equitable and healthier.
Okay. And is economic opportunity sort of an underlying goal as well?
Yeah, and I think that goes to the work that we do with small businesses and nonprofits. And one of the specific types of small businesses that we help are childcare providers. And we're really unique. I think we're one of the only organizations actually in California that provides free legal services to childcare providers. And as many people know, quality childcare for children 0 to 5 is really critical because in those first 5 years, brain development is really at its peak. And so it's super important for young kids to be in quality childcare settings. It's also really important for working parents because in order for us to go to work or go to school, we really need stable childcare. And even though quality childcare has all these benefits, unfortunately, in many of our low-income communities, there's just not enough of it. In fact, in California, only 23% of children with working parents have access to childcare.
Wow.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. So what types of services do you provide? Is it for licensing issues? Or?
It's a variety of things. So people have issues with licensing or trying to get their license, we can definitely assist them. We have a lot of clients who come to us with business questions, so they need help with drafting contracts or paperwork that they can have families sign when they enroll their children in their programs. We get a lot of questions regarding landlord-tenant problems. So basically, these questions are from in-home daycare providers who are being told by their landlords that they can't run a childcare in their home, despite there being really strong state protection for these childcare providers. We get questions about reviewing leases, questions with complying with the Americans with Disabilities Act, questions regarding land use, so getting zoning permits to open your childcare. So it's really a variety of things. And it's a very specialized area, so I feel like over the years we've developed quite a bit of expertise, and we have a lot of pro bono attorneys that are happy to help as well, because I think for anyone that has a child or has nieces or nephews, it's very obvious how important childcare is.
Absolutely. You touched upon nonprofits, and it's interesting because we're a city with a lot of nonprofits. I don't know the number, but it's many thousands of nonprofits. So can you sort of expound a little bit about what types of services we provide to nonprofits?
Yeah, so again, it's a broad variety of things that we can help with. We help people who want to start a nonprofit, so we can help them incorporate, we can help them get their tax exempt status, we can help them draft bylaws, we can help them with questions related to how the board is supposed to govern the nonprofit. If they lose their tax exemption, we can try to help them, regain that status. And we also provide them with help that other businesses might need, such as employment law. So we have to hire or fire someone, and we don't know how we're supposed to do that. They might have questions regarding signing a commercial lease, questions regarding preserving their intellectual property, so getting them help with trademarking their logos or their names. There's just a variety of things that we can help them with. And as you can imagine, I think a lot of times pro bono attorneys, they don't feel like they have... if they're not litigators, they often feel like, oh, well, then how can I give back? What can I do?
This is more transactional.
Yeah, and so we definitely have a lot of attorneys who specialize in transactional matters, and they're really happy to partner with us and provide the same services they provide for their paying clients for low-income clients.
Terrific. So we've now talked about pro bono attorneys a few times.
Yeah.
How important a role do they play in your work?
I think they're absolutely necessary and so important to our work. As Leonel's case will show, they really just help us advance our mission, and I feel like without them, we wouldn't be able to get our clients the results that we do. And it's just great because the partnership, our clients have access to these pro bonos who normally, they would never be able to afford their services.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's terrific. Now, we're all very grateful for a lot of our pro bono volunteers out there. So we have Leonel. Maybe you want to introduce Leonel and Mabel.
Yeah.
And hear about Leonel's story. And we're going to have, Mabel's going to help us with translation, which is terrific. So please, go ahead.
Yeah, so Leonel is one of our childcare provider clients, and I want him to share his story through the help of Mabel, who's our administrative assistant. And Mabel has some questions that she's going to be asking Leonel so that you guys can hear the type of issues that he went through and what we were able to do for him.
And I'm going to just be a Budinsky guy for 1 second. Just say a couple of words, Mabel, about yourself and how you came to public counsel.
Of course. So I've been at public counsel for almost 3 years. I came from working at another nonprofit that focused on housing rights and defending folks who were going through the process of eviction. And then prior to that, I was an undergrad, just finishing my history degree. And now I'm at PC, and the work that the Community Development Project does is incredible, and we're so I think connected to other aspects of other projects in PC, not just, we do housing work, we help small businesses, and we're a unique bunch.
That's great. You clearly enjoy it.
Yeah.
Terrific. Okay, please introduce Leonel.
Yes, Leonel, so could you tell us a little bit more of the background of your story? So, ¿nos puede decir un poco de su historia?
Sí, bueno, hace poco más de 2 años tenemos un pequeño daycare, un family childcare, operando en nuestra casa. Y bueno, en vista de que empezaron a llegar más niños, estuvimos buscando un apartamento más grande para mudarnos y por supuesto que estuviera cerca de la zona para mantener a los niños que ya teníamos. Y estuvimos visitando una serie de apartamentos y por fin conseguimos con Clio Apartment una unidad más grande de donde vivimos.
So nearby.
Sí, bueno, evidentemente cuando conseguimos el apartamento nos gustó, más espacio, aplicamos, afortunadamente nos aprobaron, tanto a mi esposa como a mí. Y bueno, comenzamos el proceso para hacer la mudanza para dicho apartamento.
So they found this apartment. They liked it. They communicated that they had an in-home daycare, and they went through the process of applying, and they were more or less given permission that everything was going to be fine. So how did you get to public council? ¿Cómo usted supo de nosotros después de que esto pasó?
Sí,
¿Cómo es que
bueno,
estamos aquí?
nosotros evidentemente cuando nos preguntan qué hacemos, la actividad principal de mi esposa o la fuente de ingreso es el daycare y le explicamos que tenemos el daycare con licencia de California, con todos los requisitos requeridos por el estado de California. Y bueno, una vez que ya nos entregan la llave y tenemos fecha para mudarnos, ya habíamos llevado nuestros muebles, comprado cosas, ya nos faltaba muy poco había alquilado una troca, personas para que me llevaran a moverme. Y ya el fin de semana que me mudaba definitivamente me dice una de las chicas de la administración que lamentablemente por tener el daycare, aunque ellos no habían firmado un permiso del consentimiento, nos dicen que por ser un negocio no podemos tener un negocio en su complejo apartamento porque ese era su negocio. Y le dijimos, ya nosotros habíamos pedido el permiso desde el principio y han dicho que sí, pero después nos dicen que no.
So once everything was approved, they signed the lease. They gave them the proper notice that they were going to run a daycare.
That meaning the landlord.
The new apartment complex, yeah,
Yes.
the management.
Yeah.
They began moving their furniture. They bought new furniture. They rented a truck. So they went through all of this, and then as they're moving in, they basically had the rug pulled out from under them and said, "You can't move in because you can't run a daycare. It's a business." So at that point, he's like, gave you proper notice, like what's going on. So that's when the issue of came up that they were just no longer going to be able to move there, even though they've gone through all of this. So la otra pregunta sería, well, my follow-up question would be, how did we help? How did public council help in this
By the way,
situation?
I want to know how he found us.
Oh, right. Entonces, ¿cómo supo de nosotros? ¿Cómo?
Sí, bueno, una vez que ellos me dicen que no, yo les digo que bueno, como me habían cobrado un depósito, me habían cobrado unas aplicaciones y la razón por la que me estaban diciendo que no me puedo mudar es una razón que ya yo les había hablado desde el principio. De hecho, le dije antes de aplicar si no había problema, me dijeron que estaba bien. Me dicen que no puedo y que lamentablemente ellos tienen que cobrarme por los días que tuve la llave del apartamento, esto. Entonces yo le dije que era injusto, que si me pueden devolver todo el dinero porque no era por mi causa, sino por ellos. Me dicen que no y que y me dijeron así, me dijo, haga lo que usted legalmente crea conveniente hacer.
Okay.
Porque yo les pedí que por favor me devolvieran el dinero. Y empecé a averiguar qué organismo me podía ayudar, dónde podía conseguir un abogado que se encargara de un caso de este tipo. Y por medio de un amigo me comentó que había un instituto llamado Public Counsel que me podía ayudar con un caso como este. Y fue como busqué en internet el teléfono, todo, y llegué hasta ustedes.
Okay.
Hice la llamada para contactarlo.
Okay. So yeah, once he's faced with this issue of you can't live here anymore, and he was like, how can you do this? paid the fees. I told you about running my daycare, and this is their main source of income, so they didn't really have a choice.
Right.
Basically, the management company told them, well, we're still going to charge you for the 2 days that you didn't live here, that you moved your stuff, and you figure out legally what you need to do. So he more or less hustled, spoke with a friend, and then this friend told him about public counsel. He looked online, he found our number, and he called an intake line.
Wow.
Yeah, so that's how he got to us or learned about us.
Great. And how do we help?
Oh, and the next question was, how did PC help you? So, ¿cómo le ayudó la organización?
Bueno, muchísimo. Primero porque uno siempre está pendiente aquí de cumplir con las normas y las leyes y a veces se olvida de que uno también tiene derechos. Y una vez que vine y contacté con ustedes, me atendió, me acuerdo que Alma, después hablé contigo, Mabel, y bueno, la abogada Richie
Ritu.
y Katie, que
Sí.
me atendieron de maravilla. Me explicaron que tenía derecho, que evidentemente yo podía reclamarle a ellos que me devolvieran el dinero que me hicieron perder. Y que bueno, que sí, que iban a buscar un abogado pro bono y fue donde conocí a Phil, el medio de ustedes, que consiguieron a Phil para que Phil se entrevistó conmigo, le di la historia y todos los documentos que tenía y iba a tomar mi caso. Fue como llegamos con Phil. Y bueno, y por medio de ustedes, evidentemente fue que logré poder conformar un caso y que Phil pudiera hacer una demanda contra esta gente de Clio Apartment para que ellos pudieran reconocer el dinero que me hicieron perder por causa de ellos, no mía, en cuanto al tema de que no me pude mudar a sus instalaciones.
So from his initial from the initial time that he spoke with us, he spoke to two other folks, Alma and Katie. Katie's an attorney, and Alma is works in the Veterans Project. So he was reassured of his rights, the rights that he had, and that again, he wasn't alone in this, and he knew that we were here to help. So at that point, we told him, there's a pro bono attorney, Phil Cook, who's interested in helping, and he was actually very organized and had all of his, all of the documents. The story was clear, and Phil was able to sue the management company and claim, ask for basically all of the damages, the money that he not only spent in moving, but the money that was lost because in this time he didn't get to have two more children that he was going to take care of. So, he learned about his rights, and Phil Cook actually signed up to be on the case and be his pro bono attorney.
I should just say, parenthetically, that Phil Cook is on our board of directors.
Right.
And he's been active with us for many, many years. So was there a next step in the story?
En qué, después de todo esto, ¿cómo se siente usted? How do you feel after public counsel was able to help?
Okay. El impacto de haber llevado este caso con Public Counsel ha sido para mí y para mi familia altamente positivo. Primero porque nos permitió a nosotros conocer una serie de derechos que no sabíamos que teníamos. Segundo, que cuando vine para acá realmente la primera vez estaba un poco nervioso, después venía como si estuviera reunido con amigos que estaban ayudándome y de hecho me ayudaron. Evidentemente podemos hablar del impacto económico porque es lo que inicialmente me trajo el haber perdido el dinero, pero también fue un impacto muy positivo en el tema de que ahora me siento mucho más seguro en cuanto a poder reclamar sobre mis derechos. Así como uno debe cumplir con las normas y sus deberes, sé que tenemos muchos derechos y que siento que tengo a Public Counsel un amigo, los veo como un todo, que sé que es una mano que siempre se va a estar ahí para ayudarme a la hora que necesite ayuda legal con cualquier tipo de problema.
Right. So él says, he feels or almost like exponentially grateful about the help that he received. First, to be reassured of his rights, and he mentioned that in the beginning he was a little bit nervous, coming in, but once he got to know us more, he almost thinks that public counsel is more or less a family to him because of the help and being able to reach out and assist with this case. And obviously the economic benefit of that he was able to recuperate all of the money that he had lost, and ultimately he just feels sort of this closeness with public counsel now that we're here, and he's able to reach us, and that's sort of something that he holds dear and close to him, that we're friendly people that are here to help.
Wonderful.
He knows about us.
Wonderful, wonderful. Gracias, Leonel.
You're welcome.
Well, that's a great segue for a parting message, which is, as Leonel feels like a part of our family at Public Counsel, you all tuning in now and watching this can be part of our family as well by joining our legion of supporters and helping Leonel and others like him and his wife, and in many other ways. So I encourage you now, as you're watching this, go to your donate button at the bottom of the Facebook page, and we encourage any and all donations. Every dollar counts. We're receiving a $50,000 grant today from our board of directors, which is terrific. We want every dollar that's donated is going to be matched by our board up to $50,000. So really want you to participate. And a reminder also that every dollar that's donated is really matched by $11 worth of pro bono services like Phil Cook and many, many others, thousands of other pro bono attorneys and other volunteers who really help reach so many thousands of clients actually in our community and beyond. So keep in mind, we have another match, basically 11-to-1 match of pro bono help for every dollar spent on our own staff here at Public Counsel. So appreciate you tuning in. Next session at 4:30, we're going to really do a deep dive on our social work staff here at Public Counsel. We'll be joined by Mara Ziegler, who's our senior social worker. She is our first social worker. I think she started here 29 years ago, and she's a terrific asset to our team. So please tune in. Thank you for tuning in, and thank you again to Leonel and to Mabel and to you, Ritu, for coming and joining us today. Thanks.
Thanks.